Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now for today's video I am extremely excited because a few weeks ago I picked up a bunch of products off Beauty Joint that I have seen hyped about and raved about over the internet, Instagram, YouTube for the past few years, and I wanted to put them to the test myself and let you know if they were as good as everyone says they are. So I have all the products tucked away in this gorgeous mermaid bag I'm obsessed with, and I really want to get some foundation on my face, so we're just gonna jump straight into it. Now this first product I know you've all heard about because I think just about every YouTuber has either featured this in a video, done a first impression or done a review, and honestly I haven't heard anything bad, so my hopes are very high. So this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I just picked up the shade Porcelain. I'm pretty sure it is the lightest shade, and I cannot wait to get this on my face. So from memory it has that little spatula thing. Yep, there we go. So let's just whack it on, I guess. The colour looks pretty decent. Also I'm going to do half my face with a beauty sponge and half my face with a brush. So I'll start with the sponge. Now just going in with the EcoTools sponge. Okay, first impression, wow, this foundation is stunning. I'm not sure what the coverage claims to be, but that was a pretty good light to medium coverage, and I think it would definitely be buildable, but this looks stunning on the skin and it blended so easily. The color is pretty good and I am obsessed. So let's see how brush goes. So just taking the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Okay, that again blended beautifully. Definitely has a little bit more coverage on the brush side, but I think it looks absolutely stunning. I think this is definitely going to become one of my new favorite foundations. I don't have anything bad to say so far, so hopefully this wears well because I'm excited. And I'm just going to quickly go over off camera and build up a bit more all over with the sponge, because although they both apply well, I definitely still like the dewy look the sponge leaves on the skin. So this has a bit of a dewy look, but this is just looks really natural as well, and I really like it. So far, yes, this $6 or $7 foundation is definitely worth the hype. I love it. So the next thing I'm going to try is some baking, and I have never done this before, so I am quite terrified, especially on my dry skin, but I really do want a translucent powder that I can actually use that's actually translucent, so that when I don't want to add any coverage to my foundation, I can do that. So for this I am testing out the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Translucent. So I'm just going to pop on some Fit Me concealer, which is actually darker than this foundation, but oh well. That's what happens when I find a foundation that actually matches me. I'm just gonna tap some in the lid because that's what everyone else does. It's really hard to get into the lid. People make it look so easy, but like for baking you need a lot of powder, and I still haven't been able to get that much. So I'm just gonna quickly set everything down. And then I'm going to use this smaller EcoTools sponge and just pick up. Really trying to get it right under the eye. Alright, so that looks pretty funny. Let's just do the other eye. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is I'm finding it really hard to pick up the amount of powder that everyone else seems to pick up. Like obviously when other people bake, they've got this so much powder on their face and this big white spot. Obviously I have a white cast, but still can't really exactly see powder all over my face. I don't really know if I'm doing it wrong, but that was the best that I could get on my face, and now I'm just going to wipe it off. Actually, I'll set the rest of my face first. Alright, let's wipe off the bake. Alrighty, so inspecting my eyes, I definitely think baking is not for me as I thought it wouldn't be, but I still will hopefully use this just all over the face if there's no flashback, which I'm going to test right now. But yeah, I already have a fair few creases under my eyes and it just accentuates them. Doesn't look that great, does set the under eye nicely and they feel very soft. I do love that. But yeah, I feel like it's gonna give flashback as well. And yeah, it just doesn't look flattering. So unfortunately that one's a miss for me, but probably does work, just not personally for me. Alright, okay, I'm pleasantly surprised and very happy. There is no flashback. Well, to me, this doesn't look like flashback. My whole face looks like the same colour. Hopefully you can see that my whole face just looks kind of yellow from the flash really, but my under eyes do not look any different, so I am very happy. And that foundation also photographs really nicely. So even though it doesn't look nice under my eyes, it definitely still looks good in photos. And I guess if people aren't going to be looking at you close up, then what's the harm? Okay, so next up I have two face products to try, which is a blush and a highlight. So I'm just going to quickly pop on some bronzer and then we will begin. Okay, so for blush I have a Milani Baked blush, and if you know me at all you will know that Luminoso is my all-time favourite shade, but today I have the shade Dolce Pink to try. Now, funny story about this, because my sister gave me one of these a few years ago before I was interested in makeup at all, I'm pretty sure, and I went through the whole thing, but I don't remember it at all. I don't remember what it looked like, I don't remember why I loved it, so I'm so curious to try it again and sort of reignite that love. And yeah, I'm just really intrigued because it's just such a straight up pink shade with like a little bit of a gold shimmer, but yeah, it doesn't look like anything special. It's pretty, but nothing crazy, so let's see why I loved this. So just going in with my Real Techniques multitask brush. Oh, okay, pigmented. Alright, so it is definitely quite pretty, definitely could be buildable. It wasn't as crazy pigmented as I thought. Kind of glad I tapped off the brush though. But yeah, it's just a nice pinkish shade. I can't see much of a shimmer really. I can see a few little like glitters on my face, but yeah, I'm definitely not as in love with it as I used to be, because I guess I'm so used to the corally shade now. But it is a nice pretty pink. I can see why I liked it, but I guess my preferences have just changed. Or back then, because I didn't know anything about makeup, I just used whatever I was given, so I used it to death. But it is definitely a nice shade and it's definitely a good blush, so still highly recommend and definitely worth the hype. But for me, Luminoso is definitely what I still recommend. Okay, now it is time for the product again that I'm always the most excited for, because it is a highlighter. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder, and I have the shade Precious Petals, and I have heard ridiculous things about this and these highlighters in general. As you can see, it is honestly stunning, so I cannot wait to try this. I hope it blows me away. My expectations are so high, which is probably bad, but you know, I haven't heard a bad thing, so I have a right to expect a lot. But yeah, let's just put this on my face because I'm so excited. Got peeps as always. I am shook. This shade is stunning. It looks wet on my face. It is gorgeous. It goes on really well. It's a really nice consistency. Probably is a touch dark on my face because I think I can see it on my skin, but I don't even care. It's so beautiful that that does not faze me. Clearly they agree. The hype is definitely worth it with these. Oh my gosh, I wish I had darker skin so I could use all the shades because they're all quite dark. But this just stunning. I am obsessed. But I quickly will add, as I've noticed looking at it close up, it is shimmery and glittery, not like crazy glitter. There's not glitter all over my face, but you can see the glitters in it. So yes, you can see it on the skin. There is a bit of texture, but for me, as I always say, that's with every highlighter, so I'm not surprised, but just letting you know, if you're not a fan of glitter or texture, then maybe you won't like it, but for me, the glow trumps everything. Now, the final product I have to test out is again something I've used before, but again, not for years. And I think Lauren Curtis made the whole world buy this mascara because I'm pretty sure she's the only one who raved about it, and it's pretty well known now. So good on her. It is the Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara, and I loved this before I really knew about mascaras, so that's why I kind of want to try it again and see how it compares now. Because I obviously love my Lash Sensational, I love my Benefit They're Real, so let's see if this is a contender. So this is the brush, definitely not a type of brush I have used in a while, so I'm a little scared, but let's go. Okay, so that's about one coat, and I have to say I'm impressed in a different way for me. So basically it's blackened them, but it's kept them really natural, but also still made them look really nice. It's really separated and lengthened a bit, so it hasn't given me my usual like thick, dark, long, curly lashes, but I really like what it has done. It's not something I'd wear all the time, but I just think it does the separating and all that stuff really, really well. So I'm impressed by that. And if you like that, you will love this. But now I'm just going to try and build it up a ton, as I always would, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so my final thoughts are, if you hate clumpy lashes, this is definitely the mascara for you, because it seems like this literally can't clump at all. I packed on so much, trying to build it up, which I will say, you can't really build it up after a certain point, which is this point. And yeah, it just kept separating, big clump. Like stick a tiny bit, but the next comb through, it would separate. So it just really separates them. It doesn't give a lot of length, unfortunately, but it's really nice, quite natural. I think this is something my mum would enjoy because it's black, but it's not really intensely black. It's just really nice, natural again, and I really, really do like it. Okay, so after finishing my second eye, I will add in that it's more likely to clump up on the bottom lashes, but I find that with a lot of mascaras. And again, I think it's just a really decent mascara if you really want natural, fluffy, separated lashes. So that wraps up this video. I have to say, overall, I'm impressed with pretty much everything. Just a quick overview, the foundation, I am in love with this. The powder I do enjoy and doesn't give flashback, but baking is just not for me personally, but I will still use this just to set my face. The blush is an absolutely gorgeous color, but Luminoso is definitely the shade I recommend, but all of these blushes are amazing. And the highlighter, absolutely stunning, but if you're any paler than me, it will be too dark, so hopefully they bring out some lighter shades. And the final thing, the mascara is definitely good. Again, just personally not something I love, but it is still a decent mascara, and for these things, for the price that they are all insane quality, because I got all of these products for under $50, which means, let's just say, $10 each, which is insane, and I'm really, really impressed. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe down below if you are new, and I hope you are having an absolutely amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!